Super Mario Brothers is exactly what the name makes it sound like. It's a Super Mario Brothers game in the classic sense. It's a 2D side-scroller, but it's got all new levels, it's got a new look to it, and overall it does a really great job of maintaining that classic nostalgic feel while injecting enough newness into it to prevent it from feeling like some kind of needless cash-in. The bulk of what's new in New Super Mario Brothers is the level design. It's all new levels. You're doing much of the same stuff that you did in the classic games, but there are some new moves and power-ups in there as well. Mario can actually do a wall jump. You can cling to walls and slide down and use that to jump off and triangle jump your way up gaps and stuff like that. You can also do the butt stomp, which is traditionally a Mario 3D move, taken to 2D. You can use it to break through blocks and stuff of that nature. There are also a couple new power-ups in the game. You have the regular mushroom that makes you super, you have the fire flower that makes you be able to shoot fireballs, but in addition to that, there's a mega mushroom, and when you get this, you actually grow to fill the entire screen, and you're basically invincible for a little while. You just kind of stomp through stuff, and you're kicking pipes out of the way, and you're breaking through obstacles, and you're basically unstoppable for a little while. There's also a mini mushroom that makes you very tiny. And what this does lets you get through a few gaps. There are a couple levels that have areas that you can only access if you're in this super small form. You also have a floatier jump when you're Mini Mario, so you can kind of get to locations that you might not normally be able to get to otherwise. You'll also find a suit in the game. There is a turtle shell, there's a blue shell, and you can put this on and basically you become a Koopa Troopa. In essence, when you start to run, you'll actually duck into the shell and the shell will just be flying, and you can take out rows of enemies when you're doing that. That's a pretty cool little addition. None of the new stuff show up all that often, so you're pretty much going to be relying on the basics, the mushroom and the fire flower throughout most of the game. The feel in New Super Mario Brothers actually combines stuff from a lot of the previous games. You have an overworld, which is kind of like what you saw in Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World. Some of the levels have alternate exits that'll take you into different places like Super Mario World did. The way the kind of Mario physics work feel very much like the very first Super Mario Brothers. In addition to the main mode, you can also play a two-player mode where you actually are competing against another player. And in this one, you're kind of on a small level that scrolls all the way through, so it wraps around, and you want to try and collect these big stars. And basically, you're competing to get these big stars. If someone has one, you can actually just blast them with fireballs or butt stomp them or jump on their head or something like that to make them drop their stars. It's a pretty cool little diversion that won't necessarily take you away from the main game, but it's a cool little feature that you can actually just play with one copy of the game. In addition to that, the game has a whole lot of the same style of touchscreen mini-games that you saw in Super Mario 64 DS. So you'll be like rolling snowballs with the touchscreen and all that little stuff, but overall, it's really not that compelling. Really, the main thing you want to do in this game is play through the single-player game. New Super Mario Brothers is a very exciting game, and not just for people who remember the older games in the Super Mario series. This is a quality 2D side-scroller that any fan of an action game will definitely enjoy. And you know, if you've been sticking with this series for a long time, you're really going to get that much more out of it. It really is a new classic that way. So if you're looking for an exciting platformer and you're looking for a game that really lives up to the Super Mario Brothers name, New Super Mario Brothers fits the bill on both counts.
Super